The Montreal Canadiens are winning right now, and it is a great feeling if you're a Habs fan. And this is the best time to start winning. With a few games remaining, it is important to win basically every game for the Canadiens. The East is extremely competitive, and there are so many variables and chances that teams make it and don't make it, and the Canadiens are right in the mix of that. They're winning at a good time as the Ottawa Senators have dropped their last 5 games as of today, and this is a great step forward for the Canadiens as they need to keep pushing forward. They really can't sacrifice any games. They need to get points in most of the remaining games, and I think the Canadiens know that. They know it's do or die. They cannot slip up with how competitive the East is, and they're going to push forward, and last night's game against the San Jose Sharks is a great indication of their ability to push back in a losing scenario. Of course, San Jose Sharks isn't a great indication, a team that's struggled all season. They really should have had an easy walk with them if Montreal wants to be in the playoffs. But with that being said, it is the Montreal Canadiens after all. But the inconsistencies are one of Montreal's biggest flaws and biggest downsides. With that being said, the Montreal Canadiens put on a good show and fought their way back into a game where they were trailing the entire time. And winning in overtime with a sick goal by Cole Caulfield really puts them in a great spot to make it back into the playoffs. As of right now, Montreal is 5 points back of a playoff spot. The teams ahead of them are currently in a bit of a limbo, losing and winning here and there. Boston hasn't been great this season, and there's a chance that they kind of miss out on the playoffs as well. The Ottawa Senators are playing a little bit above their weight class at the moment, kind of like Montreal was in January. And if the Senators don't figure it out, they will drop very quickly in the league. Just a few games really changes the momentum of this division. It's incredible how close each team is. The Blue Jackets are still on their winning streak, so they're really fighting for their playoff spot. And Detroit's big win streak that they had going really has put them in a safer spot. But 5 points is not a big difference. The league is close, and you've got to keep fighting. If we look further up the league, even the New Jersey Devils, who are in a safer spot, are only at 70 points. Of course, that is a 9-point difference, but 9 points is not that much in this league, and you could really change it in a matter of a couple of games. So where does that put Montreal? What do they have to do to make the playoffs? Honestly, all it is at this point is consistency. Like I said, they've got to get at least a point in each of their next couple of games. If they don't, if they drop a couple of games, they go on a 3-game, 4-game losing streak, it's over. They can't sacrifice any games at this point. And I think they know it. They're going to be playing playoff hockey in their mind up until the end of the season. March is going to be a massive, massive month for them. March starts off with a couple of games that they can win. They play Buffalo twice. They got to win those. They play Calgary. They could probably beat them as well. Of course, they come across the likes of Edmonton and Vancouver, which are going to be tougher games, but they've proven that they could beat teams like that. So if they rally correctly, they definitely can. As of mid-March, it gets pretty difficult for the Canadiens. Florida is on the schedule, Ottawa's on the schedule, Islanders are on the schedule, the Colorado Avalanche are on the schedule, and the St. Louis Blues as well. Those are all very good teams, especially the Ottawa and the Islanders games are going to be really important for the Montreal Canadiens to win. They need to win those games to put themselves in a good spot. They lose those games, and they could basically kiss a playoff spot goodbye. It is that crucial at this point of the season. There's no doubt that it's going to be a fun one to watch if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan. My prediction for the Montreal Canadiens is that they will end up missing the playoffs by just a little bit, and it will be kind of devastating, and it will kind of suck because they won't get a good draft pick, but it will show that the Canadiens are a team who are ready for the playoffs potentially. With a couple of changes, maybe some free agent pickups, Montreal could be a playoff team next season. Who knows? Will they make it to the Stanley Cup Finals? No, but back in the playoffs for the Montreal Canadiens after a pretty quick rebuild is a huge testament to the changes they've made in the organization. Anyways, guys, that's where I stand with the Montreal Canadiens. I hope this is going to be a fun end of the season for you Canadiens fans. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you guys soon.